Good evening, everyone. My name is Anshul, and welcome back to our channel. Let's analyze tomorrow's markets and see where support and resistance will be for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Starting off with Nifty first, as you can see here, Nifty had consolidated for around three trading sessions until in yesterday's session, it gave a fake breakout or a new ATH breakout, and immediately in the last half an hour, we saw a crash. But the closing was inside this range itself. And in today's trading session, Nifty gave a small gap up opening, and for a bit it was sideways, like for the first half an hour, and immediately it gave a breakdown of this zone, right? As you can see, of this support zone where even Nifty had closed yesterday, immediately a strong sell off broke this support, and following candles took a small retest and immediately went to our next support around 21,600, which we had discussed in yesterday's video. After this, after taking support around 21,600, it gave a closing around the previous support, which was 21,680, 21,660 to 21,680, and gave a closing right there. So if we look at our Nifty OI, 21,700 still a resistance, and that is where we saw our breakdown from, and 21,600 was our support. And if you had looked at the OI during the trading session, when Nifty reached 21,600 or gave a small breakdown of that level, the sell-off couldn't continue and Nifty took support, because if you had looked at the OI, the call OI couldn't take over the put OI. That's where the index took support. So when we come back to our chart, so it gave a small breakdown of this zone, but immediately recovered and gave a closing inside or above this area, support area. And for a while it took support, constantly took support until it gave a small breakout and went to the next resistance and gave a closing. So in yesterday's, for tomorrow's trading session, how we are going to plan is if a Nifty breaks this zone, opens flat or opens around this resistance and breaks this 680 level or 21,680 level, it will immediately consolidate or go back to this channel. Even though it has given a breakout and breakdown, it may go back inside this channel and sustain or become volatile. So this is where, as you can see, it goes up, comes down, and it consolidates in this zone, trapping both put buyers and call buyers. So if it breaks this level and comes inside this zone, we are not going to place any trade, as this could be a trapping scenario. Only place where we are going to enter is above the ATH level. So since it gave a breakout of this level and this resistance, this level also is acting like a resistance, but this would act like a major resistance, as we saw major sell off from here. So here is where people who missed out the sell off would plan a small or will plan for another sell off and place buy puts or sell calls at this level. So this would be another major resistance for Nifty. If it breaks out of this zone, then 21,900 would be our next resistance, and after this 22,000 would be our final or a major resistance. On the downside, if we can see that tomorrow also, if it opens inside this range, 21,600 would still be a major support, unless we see a change in the OI or a strong sell off due to some reason is triggered. But below that, 21,500, which is also our gap support, and price action support, OI support. So there are three indicators telling us that this is going to be a major support and a major demand zone. And 21,500 is also a round level. So if we look at, move on to our next index, which is Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, similar case, opened slight gap up, but it had opened around its resistance, immediately took resistance, and we saw a major major sell off around 200 points to 250 points, and it gave a breakdown of the previous support around 48,000, which was a round level as well, and our OI support. Again, just like Nifty, it retested this 48,000 resistance. Retested 48,000 level and took resistance, and immediately we saw another sell off until its next support around 47,700. Unlike Nifty, Bank Nifty didn't take support and saw some recovery like Nifty, but immediately they were trapping or kind of sideways to bearish scenario, which happened in Bank Nifty after 10:30 till 2:30, 3 o'clock. And again, last half an hour, it gave a small breakdown and gave a closing around its support. So here this area is where buyers would have been trapped, and since it was fin nifty expiry as well, bank nifty would have followed sorry, fin nifty would have followed bank nifty, and this is where there was a lot of volatility that bank nifty faced. That's when the buyers were trapped, and it has given a closing at its support. If you look at bank nifty's OI, bank nifty's OI is extremely bearish, because if you look at 48,000 call OI, sorry, 48,000 OI, the call OI is extremely high, and that's where bank nifty gave its breakdown from. And on the downside as well, 47,800, the call OI have dominated this level as well, and this would be a resistance for tomorrow's trading session and will act like a resistance. 47,800, 47,900 and 48,000, all these three levels would act like a major resistance. If we look at 47,700, the call writers are gonna take over or almost took over in the last half an hour, and that's where we saw a small breakdown after it broke 47,800 level. On the downside, 47,600 and 47,500, these two levels are looking like a support, but if we look at the volume, it's very less, like for 23 lakhs, 23 lakhs. And if we look at the call side, 27 lakhs, 30 lakhs, and 63 lakhs. So it's very high. So if you look at PCR as well, it is 0.6, which is very bearish. So if you plan for tomorrow, if bank nifty opens in this zone, so 47,700, 47,800 and 47,900, so this area would act like resistance, and we can see that bank nifty has taken resistances around those levels as well. So this area would be volatile, and just like in today's trading session, it could we could see some sideways movement inside this range. But if bank nifty breaks this support, this level, there is a support at 47,600, but this would act like minor support looking at the OI. But 47,500, since it's a round level, and 47,400, so this range would act like a major demand zone, as we can see that we saw a 1,000-point rally, more than 1,000-point rally from this level. After bank nifty took support at 47,400 to 47,500, a major buying was seen. So this level would act like a major support for bank nifty. But if in bank nifty breaks 47,500, then the next support is directly around 47,000, which is 500 points down. So 47,000 to 46,900, this would be the next major demand zone for bank nifty, where a lot of buyers would be interested to join. But for tomorrow's trading session, major demand zone would be around 47,500, around in and around 47,500. On the higher side, there are small resistance at 47,800, 47,900. But if it breaks 48,000, the next resistance would be 200 points above at 48,200. So this will be our analysis for tomorrow. Hope your trading goes well tomorrow. Thank you.